Yay, me stuff's arrived. Cheap and cheerful glue, which is quite gloopy, if I remember rightly, this one. So, cheap and cheerful super glue. This might be difficult because I've got a heavy head cold at the moment and all my sounds are going like that. Glue activator, which I've never ever used before, so this will be interesting. Comes with a handy dandy nylon brush installed, and the guys at eModels.co.uk send you out one of these pumpy things as well, which I'm assuming will screw into that, because that looks a bit big. Yeah, I might have to trim that little hose down. Oh no, it fits. Prove me a liar. That's fine. I like that. Don't drop fluid everywhere because I don't know what that fluid is. I've not done my research on that stuff yet. So this will be interesting because I've never ever used that stuff, like I say. And also, just because I know it's me, I'm going to stick myself to something. I can guarantee it. Because, true story, that stuff was designed by medics and military people to fix you. A happy side effect is that it'll fix plastic to metal or metal to plastic. It's not a permanent bond, it will shear off if you apply enough pressure. But that is actually designed to heal your skin back together. And I know that because I used to carry that in my medical kit when I was a lot younger than I am now, and people used to nick that from my medical kit so they could fix their SA80. You know who you were. I want my glue back. Yeah, true story that. Somebody cut a hand wide open on here, here-ish or there-ish, you know, because of the slide bite and things like that, and big cut. I've got nothing I can stitch it with because there doesn't stitch that well, or your scalp. Scalp is terrible for stitching and eyebrows and things like that. That's why we use this stuff. The only difference between this stuff and medical grade is a smaller bottle. That's it. And somebody cut the hand, come legging it over. Gladys, I've cut my hand and I need fixing and things like that. Well, yeah, buy me super glue because somebody's nicked it to fix their SA80 again, and I will gladly fix your hand. So we'd always end up nipping to the local hard store. True story. Local hard store, you know the little tubes you get for a couple of quid? Yeah, we'd use that instead. It's the exact same stuff. Exact same. Don't let anybody tell you any different, because I've had that from very, very senior officers and very senior doctors at my local accident and emergency department saying, yep, it's the same stuff. Exactly the same stuff. There are differences in viscosity. Yeah, I got that one right. As we can see by these little colours here, these little coloured symbols. So I've got apparently a thick one. Stop it. But we've got thin, medium, and foam as well. I've never seen that stuff in foam. Ooh, send me pictures. I want to see that stuff in foam. If you've got any video, that's even better. So, yeah, that's the only differences in the super glues. They're all the same. They all do the same thing. They're all made of the same stuff, which is that stuff there. Right, shift the glues. So the first thing I'm going to do is try and sort this dodgy lighting out. I really do need some proper lighting. It's getting a bit daft now. Yeah, split the barrel. I'm purposefully not going to attach that barrel just for transportation, because eventually this will go back to Stoke to the guys at eModels.co.uk. I'm trying to sound like Fox and it's not coming off because I've got a cold. So lock that back on there. So yeah, you'll not see me glue that back into place at all, just for transportation. And then we'll leave it with the guys to decide whether or not it shall be glued on. Now, this has been the best part of 10 days since filming the reinforcement of all this stuff. And that is a very, very, very tight fit. So if you are going to build this, hopefully you've seen this part before you've actually built your turret. That's another reason why I'm filming the turret first. That is tight as hell, but it does move. Well, the good news is the bracket doesn't seem to be splitting away from the frame like it was doing. So it looks like I fixed that. That just looks wrong. So yeah, do test fit first, just to make sure you've got enough play. You'll either go one or two ways with the main weapon on a turret. You'll either have a very tight pivot like that, or it'll be too loose and it just goes droop all the time. Stop it. Droop all the time. Stop it. Stop you giggling, I can hear you. Lovely. Right, so that's that. Put that to the side. Let's start building these little baskets, and then we can use the glue then. Yes! Or can we keep them loose? Is that the thing? Oh, I don't know now. That's the decision. No, I'm going to have to glue that, aren't I? Oh, I'm thinking out loud. This is dangerous. Right, so we need a D3. That's J. Ha ha ha! Hello. It's not my fault. I'm poorly. That's D. D3. D3. D3's there. And those ridiculously huge gates are going to cause me all kinds of heart attacks right now as I go snip. One snip. One snip. One snip. Yes, I'm filming this part just in case it does go wrong. Ooh, so I can actually get quite low on that one. Neighbour's got a new dog. He's going for a walk by the sound of it. He's very giddy. Never known such a happy puppy. Ooh, don't like the way that bent. Oh, that. Do be very careful with this, because these gates are, like I say, very ridiculously huge. Oops, don't knock your coffee over. I really shouldn't put things within elbow's reach. There we go. So do be careful. Swig the coffee. And then move that over there out of the way. Because it's, yeah, I know. Captain spillage. Snip. I was holding my breath doing this. That's not a good sign. Ooh, that moved. So, if anybody from Takom is watching, I'm sure you've had this this comment quite a lot, because the more I'm working with this kit, the more I'm feeling it. Please sort these gates out, because I'm not liking the look of that gas return tube on the GPMG. I'm going to end up breaking that. I can feel it, and that would be a huge shame. Put those back there. Right, cleanage. No, cleanage, Langy. Yep, I'm holding my breath. That's not a good sign. So I'm being very, very careful here. If I go at this with a file or a sanding stick, I'm going to end up snapping it. So I'm going to use this very sharp blade. As you can see, I'm hardly using any pressure. You can tell that because I'm not jamming into my thumb when I come off the nub. Again, do be careful, do mind your fingers. This is a very sharp blade. This is a surgical blade. This is what I would use on you to access your organs. I know, that's a bit freaky, that, wasn't it? That was a bit, Right, happy enough with that. There's a tiny little bit of flashing on there, but I'm not going to even attempt that. If you're that skilled with the knife, then by all means go for it, but no, I'm not going to chance it. That's not the best of colours to be working with. Oh, I don't know. Seriously, if you're ever thinking about filming one of these videos, just do it. Don't think, do. There's a bit too much glue there. Knock some of that off. That'll touch. Now I'm hoping capillary reaction is going to take that into this little seam, do its thing. I'm just going to hold that there for a few seconds. I'm not going to tempt fate, I'm not going to look at it. I'm going to completely ignore it, pretend it's not there, just so it grips. I'm not going to move it like I've just done. Not going to let any pressure off, it's just going to sit there, do its thing. I finally figured out what Adele's singing in that bloody song as well. That one where she's like, I figured out what she's singing. Semolina pudding and a spot of jam. Don't look at me like that. That's how they look at me at work. What do you mean I'm not surprised? You're a hinge. Don't make me sing Go From Ipanema at you. Because I will. I know the tune and I will use it. Don't make me swear at you. There are a pair of ridiculously tiny little tabs on the edge of this little curve here. Ridiculously tiny. That line up with the smallest of little nubs on the straight edge, just here. Tiny. Tiny they are. Okay, what you smell? Get in there, you big furry wolf. There we go, I got you. There we go, right. Just reinforce all that. Touch more glue. Had a glue bubble then, that was cool. Gotcha. Oh, that was a pain in the ass. think that got it. So I'm just going to clamp that very carefully in there like so. I'll whack that into my foam block, wherever that is. There it is. My foam block off to the side just to let the glue dry. That was a pain. Didn't enjoy that one. Oh, excuse me. But at the end of it, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth all that perseverance. Right, let's build these up. So it's one of them, one of them, like so. Now I know there's a lot of guys out there that have built this who have painstakingly trimmed all this away and added their own little wire. Why did you pop? Don't like that. Stay there. Their own wire buckles and things like that. I'm nowhere near that talented. Genuinely, if any of you guys are watching this, hats off to you, because that is a skill that, yeah, at the moment is beyond my knowledge. One day, I'll be up there with you. Squish. Now there's a tiny, for some reason, little lift up in that corner. Where are we? Just there. I'm going to leave that because I have yet to see any of these little storage boxes that have perfectly fitting lids. They've always got some kind of wonk to them. I don't know what this is. Yeah, you go that way around, you'll go that way around. So match that there. On that side. Bit of glue there. Bit of glue there. Bit of glue there. One here. Like so. That's that. You can go there. Oh, I hope. What's that about? Come here. Come here. Thank you. Come here, bloody thing. Knife. I've got a tiny little knob there in the angle. Go away. Don't want you there. Shift you. I'm going to glue that on now. So I've got something to hold on to. Tiny spot of glue. I'm being shot. No, we're not. Don't be silly. Me in shot. That'd be absurd. Spot of blue on the back. Spot of blue on the back. Oh hello, it's one of those days. That way round. That's it back. Zip. Oh, that was a good one. I doubt you'd have seen that, because I wasn't zoomed in. The second I touched that corner, the glue went around that little L shape. That was fantastic. Yeah, I know. Small things, small minds. Glue seepage. We have glue seepage on the front. So I'm going to knock all the excess off the brush. Just off to the side here. And just run it very gently along that seam at the top, just to smooth it all down. Like so. and then I'll leave that to set before I add the fire extinguisher. Oh, here we go. Right then. This is the bit I've not been looking forward to, because me and photoetch aren't best mates. We've tried. We've been off to, you know, all the counselling sessions and things like that. We just don't seem to get along. I think it's because I'm a Gemini. So, that's ridiculously flimsy. I have this terrible notion that I'm going to end up breaking something on this. But it's fine. No, we're not going to let this anxiety get to us. I've got to dive straight in, and I need this piece here. So using my surgical knife with a very sharp blade, it's literally just nibble at that tab there, which is flimsy enough that you can pop through it, like so. That's fine. That's easy enough. And then with one of these metal coarse files. I know. Just going very gently. He says. Middle of the way, hardly any pressure. Second we started in pressure, trust me, I'm going to end up banding this. I've had many experiences in the past with photoetch that I did not enjoy at all. But I'm going to persevere. I'm going to crack on with it. I'm not going to let that anxiety get to me. Because trust me, I'm dreading this bit. See, I'm just diving straight in anyway. Because I'm like that. I stare my fear in the face, call it Dave and tell him to f*** off Dave. Apologies to the Daves that are not out there. I don't know why it's Dave, it's just the first note that pops into my head. Tell a lie, I do know why it's Dave. There's a Dave at work that really does annoy me. I'm always under my breath. Fuck Dave. So that's the detail. Ooh, no. This is the flat side, right. Again. Very gentle, have any pressure, let the file do the work for you. That's actually not too bad. I've used some photoetch in the past where you're there for about 4 days just trying to file that little nub down, and that's not too bad. So I'm enjoying this a little bit more now. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm not trusting the glue on that basket properly just yet, so I'm going to leave that to the side. That's fine. And I'm going to get this one preparated because we have to do some folding in a minute. 17. Is this one here? So again, don't go hacking, just let the blade do the work. Yeah, we'll put this somewhere safe so we don't bend it again. Like so, just off to the side. Oh, I need to go and blow the snoz in a minute. Might be an idea at this point just to grab something that's a little bit more sturdy than my fingers, just to take that bounce out. Like so. Fox on me, not the knife, darling. Hello. Are you there, Sydney? Are you there, Sydney? There we go. So, again, hardly any pressure. Well, the blade did work. Let's get that way around. Focus. Hardly any pressure. Get a bit closer to the edge, I think. So I saw that getting ready to bend then, I'm not even touching it properly. No, it's still there. Oh, no, behave yourself, darling. I'm on national TV. I don't need your help making a fool of myself. More than capable of doing that myself, thank you. Okay, right, so that's that. Oh, there's a tab there as well that I missed. Talk amongst yourselves. Right then, so on this photoetch, focus. You can see we've got a nice shiny side with a little bit of raised detail on there. I don't know if you can quite make that out. That edge is actually slightly raised from the mesh. And on the back side, we've got a not so shiny surface, even though it is gleaming in the light. So it is a markedly noticed hang on, markedly different. Oh, I can't get my words out. Yeah, it is different. Yeah, I had that figured out, and then it just disappeared. And I went, nope, gonna make it look stupid again. So that one's pretty straightforward. Drops into place nicely, like so. I'm not going to glue that in yet because we need to figure this one out as well, which will go apparently this way around. And I don't know if you can make out these little tabs here. There's going to be some kind of storage box goes on the top of that in a second, and that little cutout goes underneath the storage box. And allegedly, that's going to fit nicely. And there's going to be some kind of fold just here. Getting shots on me. That'll be super. There's going to be some kind of fold just here. So I'm going to use my rounded file just as a guide. I'm going to use the handle actually, just as a guide. I'm going to place that right on the edge there. I'm just going to very gently lift that tab there with my knife. I'm just going to very gently, he says, curve that round, like so. Just start it off. Apply a touch more pressure there. Stop moving. And hopefully that's in the right place. And from the feel of it, that's not far off. That's not far off at all. It's possible the radius might be too big, so I'm just going to come back to that smaller radius on the shank. Let's give that another hoik. Yep, hoik's a technical term. I'm going to bend it slightly more than I need to, just so we can get around that corner in a second or two. If I come on the outside, so that's roughly in the same place. I need to go there. So I'm just going to use the back end of the basket as a guide. Start my curve there. Don't know if you can make that out, just where the curve starts. So now I've got that little guide there. Come onto the shank. And again move slightly more than I need to. And hopefully that should just drop in. Oh, hello. That's not far off at all. That wasn't far off at all. That was a good guess, that. I think need to come slightly more across this way, by the look of it. As a guesstimate, that wasn't bad at all. So before I commit to that final bend, there's another bend needed just here. I'm just going to trim that box off and then see what's what. Okay, so there's D35. Just put that into place, so we do have to hike the fretwork a little bit further to the left. That's fine. That wasn't a bad guess, that. So we'll go the opposite direction now. We'll sort the hike out first to the right hand side. If I push you through there like so. I went the wrong way. Haha. Straighten you out again. Yeah, I just a light bulb. Or did I? No. Maybe not. Stop giggling. I can hear you. About there, I reckon. Excuse me. I'm getting bored of this cold now. Ooh, I think I got it. Not did it. Put that over the top. What do you reckon, lads? It's better, isn't it? Yeah, we'll work with that. So it's just a tiny bit more curve I need to do. That way. I think that should have it. Yeah, there's quite a few of you scratching your head at me right now. That's fine. There will be beginners watching this, and hopefully this will help them see that as fiddly as it is, and it is fiddly, you know, it's not the big nasty beast that it could be. Okay, happy enough with where that is. So I'm going to glue that box into place. Make sure I get the other way around. So this will give you a time check. It's a Saturday. My beloved Man City have just gone 1-0 up against Middlesbrough in the FA Cup. That should give you an idea of when I film this. If I'd left that part in, we won. Oh, Google. Do apologise. Yes, I'm happy enough with that. If I use the small shank and fold right about there, I think. Oh, that was a cracking guess. That was indeed a good guess. So I'll open that font out a tiny bit more, just to take that play out. Like so. Here we go. Close enough. That's close enough. I'm happy enough with that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop some super glue right at the back there in that angle. I'm going to take some plastic from one of the bags. And I'm going to trim the cap off there. I'm going to trim the cap off there. There we go. Okay. Tiny splodge of super glue. Don't want a huge amount. Do try not to put your elbow in it, like I tend to do. Just going to move the cage out of the way just a tiny little bit. Drop the glue and back just so. Apply a tiny little bit of pressure to the cage. Just get it to space. And I forgot to put the pump bottle back in. That's fine. See, I'm rushing now. Couple of priming squirts off to the side into my waste paper basket. Waste paper basket, yeah, hello. So that glue's grippy already. Focus. Apparently, I do that. It reacts to the glue straight away and it bonds completely. Now handily I can't smell that, but it has just made my eyes water. That's quite a bizarre sensation. So I'll take that to one side, move the plastic before I melt it. it won't melt the plastic. But I don't want to take the chance that it'll react with something that it shouldn't do. So let's take some more of the super glue on the shiny plastic just there. I'm going to run a line, if I can, just at the top here. Put it down, just along that top edge there. Squeeze that into place, like so. Don't start. Get some in here, some in there. We're in shot, we're in focus. Right, so if I hold that there like so. Down like so. Get that shot. Ooh, not quite. Good, missed. And again. I've missed completely. With the glue. That's fine. It's all in a curve. See, even I can't get this stuff right. It's still wet with the stuff, so I'm going to let that flash off, but I'm going to carry on going on another section of it. I'm going to whittle my stick down a little bit more. I do believe there are applicators available for this kind of thing, so that you don't end up making a right child of yourself like I'm doing at the moment. And yeah, I forgot to order them. So that might end up being on the wish list, as it were. So swap around. Use one that hasn't got glue on it. Hold that in place. Is it properly? That got it. Oh, did I get it? That's kind of cool. I'm enjoying that part when it works. Right, let's try that again. What I'll do is I'll put some on the back edge here. Like so. That took, right. So I'm just going to carry on doing that all the way around. Just let that part dry off first. I thought I'd found that bit, I hadn't. I've literally just laid in this part here. And I'm going to run a tiny little bead of super glue on that little section in the corner. Just hold it all into place. So it's box standard thing, you just literally slip that plate over the top like we did earlier in the test fit. Just trim that end off again. That's basically a skewer that I'm using. Where's my big sharp knife? There's my big sharp knife, hiding under the turret. I'm literally just shaving a sharp edge to it. That's literally all it is. Get into the super glue. I'm going to run that along that edge there at the back. Again, applicators are available to do this properly that I forgot to order. Cause of me. It's me and I forget things and I'm silly like that. And then squirt. Permanent bond. I like that. Quick and easy. Right, so that's that section done. I'll leave that to one side for now. Excuse me. And I didn't need a debonder. I like that. I do like that. I didn't stick myself to myself. But that debonder we can also use in case we do decide that we don't want something stuck permanently. I can apparently undo all that